What if I told you that the emotion of fear alone stems from not losing anything, but it stems from the fear of death? Now, this video is going to be really deep, very vast, but we're going to get clear on why we fear so much to the point of death, but at the same time, we already have died multiple times to be reborn into who we are today. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys how your triggers aren't you. And when you can overcome them, you are in a process of death and rebirth in order to resurrect and ascend to your divine essence. Let's beautiful beings, what is up? A new day, a new chance to start fresh. And that's what's so beautiful about a new day, is that we are blessed to start fresh, to be a whole new us. Oh, awakened ones, welcome to episode 6 on this short series I'm calling Embracing the Ascension. This whole point of this series, if you didn't watch the first episode of this one, go watch it. This series is all about helping you, if you're awakening, to taking off the veil of all these lies and realizing your truth, or if you're already ascending and just need more clarity in your process of transformation. And that is the whole point of this series, is just me speaking the truth, me being real, me giving you love, because guess what? We've been given so much information, but we're starving for wisdom. And I want to be that wisdom, because I've been given all of these gifts, all of these wisdoms from all of the experience I've been through in my life. And I know that if it helped me, it is my duty to share it so it can assist you. So thank you so much for being on this channel, and thank you so much for trusting me to assist you on your spiritual journey. But if you're new to this channel, welcome. My name is Brittany Fontanez, and what I do, I speak about spirituality, self-development, self-awareness. See, I always mess up on this. I talk about so many things. Esoteric content to simplify your spiritual journey. I mess up a lot of here, but you guys, this channel is all about being real. Now, I'm going to be real with y'all. There's a lot of things I talk about on this channel. If it doesn't resonate with you, no bad mouthing. This is just a place of love and only love, for you to be understood for everything that you feel and everything that you have been through and are going through. That is the whole point of this channel, is for you to know you are loved and understood, and you are worthy to be here and be you. That is the whole point of this channel. But if you enjoy this content that I do give out, or if you enjoy content just like this that assists you on a spiritual journey, please hit button, subscribe to this channel, and hit that notification button after you subscribe, so you'll be notified when I post videos, which is 3 times out the week. And lastly, you might as well follow me on Instagram if you're gonna do all those good things, as I post real shit, deep shit just to not only simplify your journey, but to uplift you so you can walk on your journey with more enlightenment and unconditional love for who you are. Oh, awakened ones. This video, listen, I do all my videos on a Sunday so I can prepare them for the week. And this week's video is it just came to me. This is how I know this is how I know everyone's ascending to their higher selves. Excuse the background noise, a lot of yard work going on today, but I just have to get this message out. Now, what is going on the planet right now is a reconstruction of evolution. And since everything is transforming, understand, are we physical, but we're energetic, we're spiritual as well, meaning that we live in a world of a physical and a non-physical essence. Now, since everything is transforming on a physical plane, everything is transforming within us as well, not just around us. And because of this, we're so confused right now. We feel so lost. Even after our election, a lot of people are still skeptical about where this world is headed. Don't get me wrong. This election is not going to change anything. Let's just be real. There's still things that are going to pop off because there's a spiritual warfare going on. It has nothing to do with politics or how the economy is going to continue. This has to do with why everything has to change, why everything has been the way that it has been. And because since we're in this reconstruction and transforming, a lot of us are so fearful. We're so scared of what we're going to lose. We're so scared of how will life continue? Well, the one thing I've started to learn on my journey that I want to share with you guys is that we think we fear all these things, as in losing our job, losing our home, or going homeless. Don't get me wrong, those things are very fearful. I've experienced those things myself. I experienced a relationship leaving me. I experienced an apartment. I've experienced being homeless. I've experienced it all, you guys. But the one thing I really want to convey to you and get clear on is that people are so nosy, bro. Let's just be real. People are so nosy. But the one thing I want to get clear on is that the one thing we truly fear is death. That is the one thing we really fear in this life. It has absolutely nothing to do with the loss of a job, the loss of a partner. We really fear leaving this earth. That is the most terrifying thing on this planet. And because we haven't accepted the concept of death, this is why we have fear in multiple areas of our lives. Is because we haven't faced this one simple simplicity. Is that we're not going to be on this planet for very long. We're going to be here very temporarily. So what I want to convey to you is that you have to allow yourself to die multiple times in this physical life. And I know you're like, well, what do you mean? I want to do that. I don't come back to life. Hear me out. Since you watch my channel, and if you're watching this video, you already know you're a spiritual being. You already know there's more beyond the eyes that people can see. And since you know this, you understand that there's going to be a transition where everything has to change, where we come onto this earth from nothing and we're going to leave with nothing, like I've been saying in all of my videos. This life is very temporary. So believing so wholeheartedly in everything that's happening around you, you're going to fear. Now, what I mean by dying multiple times in this life is that spiritually, we die consistently. And how is that? And this is where it comes into triggers. You guys, your triggers aren't you. Meaning that when someone triggers you from saying something or doing something, like me, for example, I remember I worked at this one job and I had this older lady, these older generations, bro. I'm not gonna get into it, but you know, there are some people who joke around too severely that they don't know how much it can penetrate pain into someone. But this woman, excuse the background noise, but this woman, you know, she was joking around with me in her manner. She thinks it was joking around, and she had the nerve to say, oh, God didn't create you. God didn't love you. God doesn't want you. And that hurt me. And the reason why it hurt me because a trigger that I had at a very young age of my mom telling me that God can't help anyone who's gay. And yes, you guys, I'm lesbian. I love women. I have a girlfriend. But that hurt me severely. And I didn't want to talk to this woman. I didn't care for her. She chased after me to apologize. And she said something so profoundly to me. She's like, you shouldn't let that get to you when you should know who you are. Oh, you shouldn't let that get to you when you know who you are. You guys, that hit me so hard when she said that because it's true. And at that moment, guess what, you guys? I died. What do I mean by that? Triggers aren't you. Your trigger is a trigger. And Those triggers are literally emotions that are stuck within us that want to be released to transmute itself so we can learn from it rather than hold on to it. So when we realize that, when we let go of a trigger, we die. Meaning we die. We kill out an old aspect of ourselves that doesn't serve anymore. And we have to consistently do that. And especially now, right now, this is a time of purging. This is a time of letting go. This is a time of just healing and releasing what doesn't serve us mentally, emotionally, physically, and spiritually. This is a time of a purge. So there's going to be a lot of deaths taking place, meaning that our old identity, our old stories, our old ways of living and being and talking and eating and breathing are changing. They are changing. And that requires a death of the old self. That requires you bearing all those things that you have already overcome. You just hold on to them because we weren't taught to let go. We weren't taught to forgive. We weren't taught to release and allow newness in. And this is where the rebirth takes place. When you have a trigger and you question it and you get to the foundation of why there's a trigger and you learn from it and you have your experience of death, you reborn. You're reborn into a new way of thinking, into a new way of feeling, into a new way of being. That rebirth is who you are today. You have died multiple times in order to be reborn into who you are today. And it's going to consistently happen. You're going to consistently get triggered. Even if you think you healed from some lesson, you're still going to get triggered by it. Because one, it takes a lifetime to heal. Because we've been through so many lives since the beginning of this universe. It's going to take a lifetime to heal. It takes a lifetime to understand ourselves. But the thing is that the more we do heal, the more we do realize these triggers, the more we do change and transition, the more everything in life becomes simplistic and easier to evolve into. And that is the whole point of this ascension process, is to ease ourselves into growth and healing so we can be the light of God within. And that is the whole point. The whole point of this life is to not only ascend, but to live in a utopia, meaning that we're all collectively and consciously awakened to our potential to the point that we only thrive and assist the planet and the universe, not the other way around like we've been living. And this is why everything has to die out, because we've been living in a false construct that didn't create the universe in the first place. The universe was created out of love. This patriarchal system was created out of fear, out of death, and greed. I'm just being real. And this is why it has to go. This is why everything has to die out. Because we need to be reborn into our true essence, which is light, joy, love, wisdom, understanding, clarity. This is what this is all about. It's all about remembering the power of us, because we've been lost for so long. Now, by the way, you guys, I didn't write any of this down. This is literally just, these are my guides. My guides and my ancestors are just using me right now. But now you're probably wondering, how do I go through this process? How do I allow myself to let go of the old in order to allow in the new? Here's how you would do it. First tip is that your triggers aren't you. So anytime something outside of you bothers the inside of you, question why it's there. Don't attach to it as in like, wow, I feel like this. Question, what is this emotion trying to teach me? Now, the second way that you can go through this process with more ease is that realizing that everything has a reason, meaning that death has a reason, birth has a reason, good, bad, light, dark, woman, men, everything has a reason of being here. Since everything has a reason to be here, that means it's okay. There is a powerful process beyond us that's creating this force of momentum for everything to be the way that it is. When you can accept that, then you will know that everything's okay. All you have to do is just learn. That's the second tip. The last tip is that realizing that death and rebirth is not a physical essence. It's a spiritual knowing. It's a spiritual construction to help transform myself through transparency. That's what really it's all about. So when you realize that death and rebirth is not polarity, it's a part of life. Everything's a part of life. We're a part of life. The sun, the moon, the stars, the skies, the insects, the animals, the land, all of it's a part of life. It has to be. This is the process. Because if you think about it, back in the times when, just understand this, Earth wasn't even Earth. Earth was this big volcano ball of lava. And then and that's the reason why dinosaurs were able to live on Earth, is because after the Big Bang Theory, the Earth transformed itself from that radiation of that explosion. It transformed itself to have a living habitat, but it was still very hot. So, and because it was still very hot, only dinosaurs could live at that time. But what happened? Of course, the forces of the universe, of evolution, of energy, of God, transformed itself into a new evolution in order to create life, which is us, in order to create land, which is what we have and what we see today. And it just keeps going, keeps going. There has been multitude of deaths in this history of the universe, but there has been a multitude of rebirths in order to create this life today. No matter what, everything's okay. And I'm gonna give you a good example. I'm not religious, but I do love this man. People call him Jesus. It is beautiful. He died and got reborn. That is who we are. We are that Christ consciousness. We do have that power within. We do have God within. So no matter what we're taking care of during this process, no matter what, triggers are not here to kill us. They're here to teach us. So that I felt I needed to share. I don't know why my guides pulled me to say this, but I did. But if it helped you, just know I'm very grateful for you. Now, if this did resonate with you, please do your duty and share this. This is not about likes. This is not about subscriptions. This is literally about awakening the collective to the truth from all the lies that we have been told. And this is just the truth that you deserve to know. So if this resonated with you, please share with others. Because guess what? We're awakened, meaning that we have awakened to the truth. But together we will rise. But together we have to help each other in order to create a life of love rather than the life we have already built. Other than that, Awaken With, I adore you. If you like the video, please like, comment, put your comments, whatever has resonated with you. I love communicating with people and knowing that my words have helped them. Also, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification button. Please share. This is all about awakening the collective. And lastly, follow me on Instagram. Until then, Awaken Ones, I'll see you on the next one. With bliss and love, I adore all of you. Namaste.